Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Citizen tutorial. So this is the second little tutorial we're going to be doing. Again, welcome whether you're a member of Meridian Corps or just a new player coming in. A warm welcome to everyone. Now, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be handling security work. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of explain how security contracts kind of work. So if we go into contracts, we'll see we have a bunch here. Now we have stuff from Foxwell Enforcement, as well as Hurston Dynamics here, as well as whatever other security organizations will be in the area. There is generally one for each planet. For example, if we scroll down, we have Microtech for where Microtech is as well. Here we are, security trainee. We also have Hurston for Hurston Dynamics. That's where we are currently. We have Foxwell Enforcement, which is generally space. We have Crusader for where Crusader is. And we have Eckhart Security, which generally operate in Hurston, but also have some space missions, and them and Foxwell Enforcement also have some missions over in Pyro as well. It does kind of vary, but generally Crusader is around Crusader and Hurston's around Hurston and so on. The one we're actually going to be focusing on is Hurston Dynamics and Eckhart Security. Now there is a reason for why we're going to switch to Eckhart Security in a second, but firstly we're starting off at Everest Harbour, so we are above Hurston. We zoom out, Everest Harbour, we are here, and literally Hurston, we're just above. Now, when you're starting off with your security missions, you won't actually have a bunch of these. What you'll have is security evaluation missions. These security certification missions are literally exactly the same as some of the bunker missions listed here. So we will do those just to show you what they're like and what exactly you're going to be doing. But first, before we even accept a contract, we need to go and get prepared. So the first thing we're going to do is head to the medical clinic, and we are going to head to the pharmacy, which is over here. So we're just going to very simply change the location up here from Everest Harbour straight to our backpack, and we're just going to buy the med pens. So buy. We're just going to press 5 here so we get 6. That's really all you need. And these get equipped on your side panel here. You can equip 4 on here, so I generally have 4 on me and I have like 5 or 6 in my backpack. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head to the Galleria, to the weapons store. Now in the Galleria, the weapons store is just beyond this orange tree over there with the elevators over there. Now we're just going to head in and we're going to check out the weapons. Oh, it appears we may have to wait in a queue. Never mind. Right. So, first off, again, we will change the destination to our sinkhole backpack. But first of all, we are going to look at personal weapons. So, first of all, I can recommend the P4AR. I will say, though, it doesn't fit in certain backpacks, so you may have to change this back to Everest and get it out for storage. But pistols generally do. I do like the LH86 pistol. However, you may choose to carry a Paramed, which is what I do. Generally, these guns, I like the Gallant as well. That's a good one, but that is a energy rifle, so you'll have to carry batteries instead, as well as the Kana rifle. That's a plasma rifle. That's pretty good as well. But yes, and then if you want ammo for them, you will go into attachments, and then you will buy them here. So let's find the P4, because that's what we're going to be using. P4, we're just going to press buy. And we're just going to buy another 6. That puts them straight into our backpack. Now, I'm also carrying the F55 LMG on me as well, because that's one of my standard LMG weapons. But we are not going to be using it for this. We're going to go and go full P4AR. So now we're just going to take these and we're just going to drag them onto our armor core, onto these slots, as these are the magazine slots around the belt here. Now, I will say, heavy armor chest piece, this will take 8, as well as 4 grenades, while the medium will take 3 grenades and only about 6 of the armors. Light armor takes even less, but I highly recommend you either do a heavy or a medium armor, just because of protection. I tend to go with a full medium loadout, and if I'm doing security work, then I will use a heavy armor core. If not, I generally go with medium for everything else. Now, all that's left to do is head to our hangar, and then we will accept a mission. Now, I will say you don't need anything special for doing these missions. You literally just need some sort of shuttlecraft with maybe a bit of storage. You can even go in a fighter if you really want. I wouldn't recommend it. I Now, while we're hovering here waiting for our hangar, we will look at our contract and see if we've got a valid contract for us to do. Ah, here we are. Assist in defending sites. So this is going to be a bunker mission going to at HSDC Rufus. So we're going to accept. There we are. And now this should be automatically tracked and we'll be good to go. Now, upon jumping to HSDF Rufus, one thing I will say, generally fly in Unquantum. However, with some of the later, more advanced bunker missions, their turrets will shoot at you for whatever reason. This has only happened to me once or twice, but is just worth knowing. To circumvent this, what you can do is you can actually land 2 kilometers away from the actual bunker and then just walk in. Now, as we come in, you've just got to be very careful, particularly in the dark. Generally as well, oh, that is a very bright light. I believe that may be the salvaging of a reclaimer there. I think that someone's there sitting there salvaging. And that is actually quite common. Often you will see people come along in vultures or reclaimers and salvage the abandoned ships that people leave here, because some people die and then can't come and get their ships back, and therefore they get completely stuck. So what I would do is just pay them no mind and just make sure they've seen you and that you just kind of park out their way, so they know that you're kind of here, but they also know that, like, you're probably going to want your ship back. And just land and be fine. But yeah, I think that reclaimer's actually stopped. Now it's seen us here, which is very polite of them. Ah, now see this little green icon? That generally means a friendly or a friendly NPC. Oh, it's just disappeared. I think the... Oh, flip. I think that's an enemy over there. Yep. And then generally, the guys in yellow or the are generally friendly around here. So just be careful and watch your fire. Because if you shoot them, you'll get a crime stat and you will end up in the prison. Yeah, so the guys in the blue armor here, blue and purple. You can also salvage their weapons off them as well if you like. Okay, we're just going to empty out our mag and just reload. Now we're going to take the elevator here down to the sub-level. So you can just peek over the edge, but careful not to fall off. And this elevator goes down and down and down into the main bunker. Ah, yeah, look, we can see a friendly NPC there. Now, I will say this bunker, the layout is basically the same for most of them as of 4.2.1. So, yeah, most of these are generally the same. I don't know. Okay, yeah, purple armor. Sometimes you get a notification for if you've killed a friendly, sometimes you don't. So it kind of varies. But I think that one's an enemy as well. The good way to check is just keep an eye in the right corner to see how much it's actually gone by. Oh, that's a friendly. Okay. That's also a friendly. Okay, cool. Oh, you're an enemy. Hello. Oh, crap. Reload. What's these elevators as well? Because these elevators are actually spawn points for the NPCs. Ah, now once you've hit 33%, as in 66% of the enemies dead, it will start highlighting. Ah, yeah, here's the elevator. So, here's one of the NPCs spawn points. Now these big guys here, with the purple armor, you can loot these, you can get extra med pens. There's the Gallant rifle. You know what? We may take that with us. Our backpack is actually big enough that we can store weapons. So we don't need to take a carry-all along. Some backpacks as well, remember, do not have that. Now, we're going to go and head up. Let's see. Ah, there's a dude right here. Now, when the crosshair hits red, that is when you know you've killed them, as I'm sure you've probably guessed by now. So now we're just going to head deeper into the facility, and yeah. So often the NPCs just get stuck here. Oh, I completely missed. Ah, now when you run out of ones on your thing, it pulls it starts pulling a ammo from your backpack, which is significantly slower. But yeah, this guy as well is with the big backpack on his back that you saw, generally carries heavier gear as well. For example, he carries an F-55. Yeah, I don't think even that I don't think fits in my backpack, but we are going to take his ammo because I use an F-55. But Now, what we are also going to do is just quickly open our thing and just pull all of these out. You see we've got empty slots. We just pull these onto our thing, and we're back in business. So now I'll start reloading from our core armor again. Here's the last one. So now it says contract complete. So we've been paid, and there we are. Now it says private area, and now we just have to leave. All the way back round to the front and back to the elevator. Now, upon completing this mission, this should also validate your security certification, which now means you can take on other missions. So it will unlock more missions from Hurston Security, and they're literally, Hurston Dynamics rather, and you should be able to complete more security missions like these ones, and they're literally exactly the same. Now, it's important to complete security missions for Hurston Dynamics as well, because Hurston Dynamics defend their areas pretty aggressively, to the point is if you go for a station and you're not meant to be there, they will shoot you. Right, now we're in space, we are going to look at our contracts again and hope that the Eckhart Security one is going to show up. So we'll scroll down and let's see, Eckhart Security. See, we've got more than one again, but this is at HSDF Tompkins instead. So if we scroll through, okay, sometimes it doesn't show up, so you have to wait. But there's a specific Eckhart security mission which is really good to farm. But we are going to head to Farms Way, which is where the mission is always located. So we're just going to route ourselves there, but we're not going to go into its jurisdiction. Some of you may recognize Farms Way as often a hauling mission destination. Right, now we're above Farms Way, we're just going to check and see if the mission has arrived in our contracts, because sometimes it does when you're closer to it. 3 server hops later, and we found the mission. Now remember, as well, you have to have this mission in order to fly towards Farmsway and not get shot to pieces. Because despite us doing the missions for Hurston Dynamics, that only protects us from the NPCs inside the station. So what I mean is, the Eckhart security contract we are doing now takes us into a restricted area of Farmsway. And unless you have a positive relationship with Hurston Dynamics, the NPCs will kill you, which is what happened to me the first time. So, just that's a secondary PSA reminder. So now we're just going to fly towards Farmsway, and now we have this contract, we now have permission to be here. So now we're just going to fly towards this one, and as we get in, it should gradually say that we're entering their area. Hopefully it doesn't say we're trespassing. Right, we're going to turn the thing off. There we are. Now, Hurston security controlled area. If it's green, you're fine. If it's red, you'll get caught trespassing and will get killed. We're just going to slow the heck down and we're going to fly towards the storehouse. Now, the storehouse is actually inside the facility, and you can access it from the hangar through a network of elevators. We, however, are going to elect to go from the outside. And of course it's very foggy, so I can't see where the heck I'm flying. But there is an entrance on the outside somewhere around here. I think it's actually where that ship has landed. So you know what, we're going to go and land next to it. For now, we're going to run inside here. You'll see as well, it's very close to us. Okay, it's a brilliant mission to do. So yeah, we're just going to go through all these doors and head towards the storehouse. Oh, weird door glitch there. Again, here we go. Now it's telling us it's in a restricted area. So now we go into the storehouse. Objective complete, and now it says hostiles remaining. So we're just going to quickly run out, switch to this, and we're just going to, right. Okay, first step you want to do is you want to run to the side here, okay? We're going to ignore that doorway. We're actually going to head up this staircase here to this balcony. Firstly, flip as well, check that there's not a guide to the right, so there's sometimes a guide to the right spawns there. And now we are above this particular corridor where you can see there is a guy there. So we can shoot him through the floor. That's one dead. Just check that there's check just around to see if there's any more people below. Okay, now be careful coming around this corner because there's often guys down here. Oh, look, there we are. There's one. Bingo. One dead. Now. There, oh, we can see a guy through that corridor. Let's go and pop him. Job done. Now we can just peek over this balcony. This is where you kind of want to stay and just kind of try and lure most of the NPCs towards you. Oh, crap, reload. And just try and just keep an eye on where people are. Look, this guy over there, he's just come out, we'll pop him. And we'll just pop these two. Job done. Right, now we either want to wait until more of them come out, or we just want to take a slow trip around the room and making sure we kill them all. I'm actually going to switch to my backup weapon, just because. But as well, if you've brought, hopefully you've brought more ammo than I did. And you just want to kind of walk around and check and see where the rest are. Often you will find just dead people just because other people come and do this mission as well. Sometimes as well, it's worth also just checking if they are actually dead. But you just kind of want to walk around and make sure everyone's dead. Or sometimes it will literally just autocomplete on its own. Okay, so we eventually had to abandon that contract. And now it says to leave the area or I'm trespassing. So this is apparently still a bit bugged. So what we're going to do is we're going to hurry up and see if it gives us that mission back before we get a crime stat. Expel outlaws. Farmsway. There it is. Accept. Now, this gives us authorization to be here again. Fantastic. So you're just going to have to be careful when you're doing this, because apparently now it says you can't do that. So now if you walk in here, it should have reset. So what we're going to do is we're going to run in and try and do this again and hopefully have it worked. Now we're going to run in. Ah, yeah, okay, there is an enemy over there. Oh, I got shot. Oh, ouch. Okay. So yeah, sometimes if worse comes to worse, you will have to abandon the mission. But it should still work if you take it back. Right. Okay. Clear on the left. Okay, so now, again, what you want to do is you want to search down here. Right, there's one. One dead. And there should be another two down here, usually. Okay, I'm always as well checking here. Nope. Okay, what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop down and just double check. Ah, yeah, we missed that guy here. Oh, I think another guy just rocked up at the other end there. Yeah. I think there's a guy around here. Oh, where did he go? Anyway, we're just going to head up. Oh, that's where he went. There we go. And again, we're just going to heal. Oh, there we are. And we're just going to sit on this balcony. And there we are. Oh. Not entirely sure where I'm getting shot from there. Ah, down there. Okay, yeah, that is the problem with this. Sometimes you have to kind of jump to actually get them, but there are some crates here which you can stand on to pick over the top of the balcony and actually just pinch them like that, which can be quite helpful. And look, there's another one there. If we can actually hit him. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend, I would recommend you using this LMG, just not from the range I'm using it, because it's going to be a more close range kind of LMG weapon, rather than fit from all the way back where I am. Now we're just going to walk around. There's another one. 27. Right, let's walk around now, see where the others are. Of course, I bet they're not going to spawn now, isn't it? Of course, the day I decide to record my method of actually farming enemies is going to be the day it doesn't work. On the good days, this will work and you'll be able to farm your way quite easily through Eckhart security contracts. I will say, sometimes you do have to do a couple of missions before this mission actually unlocks. And once you get to Junior, a different mission on a different station actually does open up if we go and check that. Yeah, that happens at Casillo, Exterior Zone 2. But sometimes as well, the exterior zones do glitch as well. But anyway, that is where we're going to leave it. Generally, this doesn't bug. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, I farmed the entire of security trainee while doing this, and then eventually unlocked junior security contractor. But anyway, thank you all for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you all, and goodbye!